What is up, everybody? Welcome to D-Night Sports Talk, and I want to dive on into what I believe, and I think many of you Vikings fans will agree, what would be the best offseason scenario for the Minnesota Vikings. And it all starts with the head coach. I've posted a previous video of my 3 coaching candidates I would like to see Minnesota Vikings go after, being Kellen Moore, which after that last Dallas play call, a little iffy about, but I still think he would be a good candidate, Jim Harbaugh, and Brian Flores. And I like Brian Flores the most out of those 3 guys. Brian Flores honestly was amazing for Miami. A lot of people are very upset that he got fired. I understand there's everything going on with how he treated Tua and everything else, but also Adam Thielen came out saying the Wirfs have been inviting the leaders of the team, sitting down, having meetings with them, trying to build more continuity, and asking who they would want more in a head coach. Now, yes, everything also has been going out about Zimmer and how he treated the players, and then with how apparently Flores has treated his players, and everybody's really questionable about that. But at the end of the day, I think Flores is a leader, and he is just great for the job. I mean, he took a rebuilding franchise and made him a winning team. And Minnesota's nowhere close to rebuilding. Like, we have the team to make a Super Bowl run. It's just getting that leader in there, that guy that the players, I should say, are willing to go out there and fight for. So with that being said, obviously I think that Brian Flores should come in and be our head coach. But I am a Kirk supporter. I want to say that out first and foremost. I support Kirk. I think Kirk is a really solid quarterback. If I was doing a list, I'd probably have him around 10, 11. So am I saying he's great? No, because I do understand what Kirk Cousins is. You know, he's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He's not Josh Allen. You know, he is not a great quarterback, but he is very good, very solid. Do I think he's better than Jimmy G? Yeah, I do. Do I think he's better than Ryan Tannehill? Yeah, I do. And both those teams are in the playoffs right now. So, with that being said, though, there is one scenario where I would be perfectly okay moving off Kirk Cousins. That is with Deshaun Watson. Yeah, he has a lot of allegations out about him right now that they need to get cleared up before he can play, even though he officially could have played last year. It was just kind of, I don't know if the team said no, you know, the upper management said no, we don't want him playing. Or if Deshaun Watson was like, no, I don't want to play because honestly I just want out of here anyways. But Deshaun Watson could have played last year. They just did not play him. So I think that Minnesota could make a move to bring in Deshaun Watson. First of all, we'd have to get Brian Flores as our head coach. Have to be. So wherever Brian Flores goes, that's where Deshaun Watson is more than likely going to end up. They both came out on numerous occasions saying that they want to team up together, that they want to be together. And I think what Minnesota could do is either take the first picks that they have, this year's and next year's, plus Kirk Cousins, that's basically another first pick, send them to Houston for Deshaun, or we trade Kirk Cousins to a team like Pittsburgh, a team like Denver, that desperately needs a good starting quarterback to get to the next level and are going to be willing to pay for it with picks. So if we can say we can get a first and a second, or even a first and a third, you know, we acquire those picks from either Pittsburgh or Denver. We take those picks, our picks, send them to Houston, be like, we want Deshaun. We're going to do dang near anything we have to get him. Even if we have to leverage Anthony Barr in a trade or someone like that, you know, one of those guys that are still very good, pretty much elite players, but are on the down end of their years. I love Anthony Barr. I think he brings a lot to that Minnesota Vikings defense, but he has been getting injured a lot. And he was very diehard for Zimmer, so maybe he is not going to be so understanding with this new regime. He's not going to maybe not want to stay here as long. So that's always somewhere we could go, is trading a player like that. Now, obviously, I think we need to keep our offensive weapons, so we wouldn't want to trade any of those guys away. I've seen a lot of people asking, oh, should we get rid of Thielen because he's on his down years? Absolutely not, because, yes, JJ's having a phenomenal career so far in his 2 years, but he's still young. He still needs that veteran to show him what to do, and Thielen is still a big threat. Yeah, he's getting injured a lot more in his career, but at the end of the day, I mean, he's tough to beat in the red zone. Like, he's still our number one red zone option outside of Dalvin Cook on the goal line. And obviously we want to keep Cook, and obviously we want to keep Alexander Madison, because Cook also does get injured, a decent amount, I should say. He misses 2-3 games, it seems like, every season. So we do want to keep those guys and those support guys. So I think moving off a guy like Anthony Barr, is something that we could do. To get in a guy like Deshaun Watson, I believe is 100% worth it. So I'd say we have our first round pick, we trade Cousins to Pittsburgh, we get a first and let's say a third from them. So if we can go to Houston and be like, look, we'll give you 2 first round picks, a second and a third round pick, plus we'll give you Anthony Barr. I don't think they're turning that down, and I think that is something we could definitely use. I mean, getting Deshaun Watson, I understand he has these allegations. Yes, he didn't play last year. Deshaun Watson's still a top 5 quarterback. I would rather see Deshaun Watson come into this offense more than dang near anybody else in the league. The only other people I think I would prefer over Deshaun Watson is maybe Patrick Mahomes, which is not going to happen. Aaron Rodgers, which Green Bay's not going to I don't even think he's going to leave Green Bay this year. I really don't. And if he does leave, I don't think he's going to stay in the division. I think he will go somewhere like Denver or Pittsburgh if we can't trade Cousins there. I would rather have him over Russell Wilson for sure, who has asked, basically said, hey, I want out of Seattle. I would much rather have Deshaun Watson. 1, I think Deshaun Watson's better than Russell Wilson. 2, he's a lot younger. Yeah, he has a very large contract coming with him, but getting rid of Cousins would free up some of that cap space, and at the end of the day, he is worth it. So that's kind of my dream scenario for this offseason, is bringing Brian Flores in as our head coach and acquiring Deshaun Watson. If we cannot get Deshaun Watson, there is really nobody that I would rather have right now over Kirk Cousins that's available, unless somehow, yes, we can get Russell Wilson at that point. Yeah, I'd rather have Russ over Kirk, But other than that, I mean, I don't think that Kellen Mond is ready by the sounds of it. I mean, nobody's came out and said anything good about the kid, so I don't think we should just throw him into the fire. Rodgers, if he does go anywhere, he's not going to come to Minnesota. He's not going to follow Brett Favre's path. It's other than that, who else? I mean, Tua, no, definitely wouldn't want a Tua or Jalen Hurts. Those guys aren't. Yeah, Jalen Hurts got his team to the playoffs, but also it's really because Sirianni was like, oh, we need to just run the football a little bit more and we'll be okay. And they started running the football, and then they started winning games. Now we're in the playoffs. But like I said, that's kind of my dream scenario, bringing in head coach Brian Flores and then somehow acquiring Deshaun Watson from the Houston Texans. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Is there a different quarterback you'd rather see and why? If you really don't think Deshaun Watson could be that guy, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Peace.